We'll go ahead and begin on our back, placing one hand on the heart and one on the belly, beginning to focus in on the breath, on the inhales and the exhales. Allowing the breath to move in through the nose, down the throat, the chest, into the belly. And as it reverses from the belly, chest, throat, and out through the nose. Keeping this breath going, knowing that you can always come back to any point in time. And taking any modifications as needed. Let's bring both of the hands to the heart. As we set our intention, maybe it's something specific or something just as simple as remembering to breathe. To take a breath in and a breath out. And to repeat that over and over again. Just breathe. No music today because we're focusing on the breath and connecting to the present moment. Releasing your intention whatever way feels most natural. And allowing the body to lengthen long. Take up space on the mat. Nice big stretch. And then with the next breath, we let the knees come into the chest. Nice big hug. Just taking a few breaths here, holding the knees nice and close to the chest. Maybe a small sway side to side. Allowing yourself to settle in. And then embracing that stillness. We'll keep that right knee hugged in, left leg will go nice and long. Allow that heel to fall down on the earth. And start finding circles with that right knee. Maybe a breath in completes the circle, and the breath out reverses the circle. Or you just complete that circle with an inhale and with an exhale. See what feels best. But taking this time to connect with that intention of the breath, that patience of slowing down. And begin to slow down and settle. With the next exhale, we cross that right knee on over towards the left side. The left hand gently rests upon that right knee. Right shoulder stays grounded down. Take a breath in and a breath out. Embracing the beauty of this patience of slowing down. Next breath, and we bring that knee back up to center. Take an exhale out. Inhale, bring that left knee up to meet the right. Squeeze everything tight. Take a breath in, and the breath out. Extend that right leg nice and long. Allow that heel to drop. Start finding the circles now on that left side. Finding the pace that serves you best. That allows you to embrace this present moment. We'll begin to slow down. And cross that left knee on over towards the right. Right hand gently resting upon that left leg and that left arm relaxing out to the side, guiding that left shoulder down. Maybe beginning to notice the peace that happens as we take the time to slow down, to enjoy that breath in and that breath out. Just a few more breaths here. Noticing as the body settles a little deeper, a little fuller. Next breath, we bring that knee back up to center, hug it in tight. Take a breath in, breath out, bring that right knee in to meet the left. Nice big hug here. Grabbing the outside parts of the feet or ankles, we might still be a little cold for this, but we open up the legs and start transitioning into our happy baby. It doesn't have to be that full expression. You might even notice a little tension. I want you to embrace that tension and see if you can bring the breath to those tight spaces, to those areas you're holding on to. Allow yourself to let go. Together we take that breath in and that breath out. Gently releasing the feet or the ankles, bringing the knees back into the chest. A nice big hug. Start finding some movement along the spine, whether you're going slow or a little quicker. Just kind of massaging it out. And you can roll up into a tabletop, or if it feels better to bring the knees in and just roll on over to the right or the left side and then eventually allow the knees to come on around, please do that instead. We're meeting in our tabletop, however you get there, not rushing to get there, embracing the breath and the space made with this patience. The hands are underneath the shoulders, the knees underneath the hips. Together we take a breath in and a breath out. Shine that heart forward with that next breath, tailbone reaching up high. Exhale, push that ground away, curve the spine. Might even feel nice to tuck that chin in towards the chest to really stretch out the back of the neck. We slowly unwind back into that cow. And then push back up into that cat. I want you to now connect with your breath pace. Maybe you welcome in gentle movement side to side, forward and back. Taking 2 breaths in a pose versus 1. Being patient and kind with the body and with the breath. We'll be here just a few more breaths. And then settle on in. back into your tabletop. We'll push that ground away slightly, engaging the shoulders, tuck the toes under, and begin to lift the hips up high, downward facing dog. Pedal out the feet, start finding some movement here. Staying connected to the breath and remaining in the moment. We begin to find stillness as we settle in our down dog. Left foot stays grounded. Right leg is reaching up high. Exhale, take that smooth step forward, a low runner's lunge. Coming up onto the fingertips, shine that heart forward. Exhale, gently bring the hips back. Left hand plants down. Inhale that right arm up. Breathing into that right outer hip here. Take a breath in and a breath out. That next breath, we allow that right hand to come down, framing that right foot. Let's step that right foot back to meet the left, high plank. Allow the knees to come down. Slightly shift your way forward. And squeezing in the arms, allow that chest and that chin to come down. Open up that heart with that next breath, baby cobra. Untuck those toes. See if you can find the space between the shoulders and the ears. And settle within the breath. We push that ground away, tuck the toes under, lift the hips up high, downward facing dog. We take a breath in and a smooth breath out. Choosing to settle, to remain present with the breath. Right foot stays grounded down. Left leg is rising up high. Exhale, take that step forward, low runner's lunge. Shine that heart forward. Exhale, gently bring the hips back. Right hand stays planted down. Inhale that left arm up. Guiding the breath to any areas we're holding on. Finding the space to let go. Together, we take a breath in and a breath out. Next breath, that left hand comes down to frame that left foot. Stepping that left foot back to meet the right, high plank. The knees come down. The shoulders step over the wrist. Bring that chest down, the chin down. Open up that heart, baby cobra. Untuck those toes. Keep the spine nice and long. The wrinkle out from behind your neck, so allowing it to be soft. Take a breath in and a breath out. Tuck the toes under. Push the hands into the mat. Lift on up, downward facing dog. Patiently settling in here. Taking this time to connect with the breath. So as we're breathing in and breathing out, we might notice that certain postures are a little difficult, or staying connected to the present moment becomes a little difficult. And that's okay. We choose to come back to connect with the breath as we allow room for patience and grace. Take a breath in and a breath out. Bend the knees. Start making your way towards the top of the mat. Maybe a big bend in the knees. Allow that torso to be heavy. Shaking the head side to side one way and then the opposite. Embrace the stillness now. Come up halfway, create that number 7. Exhale, fold on over. Inhale all the way up to standing, reach up high. Exhale the hands down to heart center. Inhale the arms up. We take a side bend to the right. Back to center. Exhale, take a side bend to the left. Back to center, reach up high. Exhale, swan dive on over those legs. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, plant the hands. Inhale, we step that right foot back. Exhale, we settle in. Inhale, lift the arms up, crescent lunge. Exhale, settle in. We're here for a few breaths. If the right knee needs to come down at any point in time, let it come down. If instead of finding that sway that feels right, that open heart, you're wanting to work a little bit more on strength, tuck in that belly, find a little crunch, keep everything tight. Finding the perfect balance for you as you settle within the breath. Our next breath, we open up warrior 2. So seal that right foot on down, keeping that bend in that left knee. You might adjust it a little bit, get a little more balanced. Easy gaze over those left fingers. We flip that left palm to the sky and exhale to our warrior. Next breath, take that side angle, left arm, left leg, right arm reaching up and over. Noticing how on the posture and to connect with the breath. Next breath, sky archer, straightening that left leg, left arm painting the sky. And then patiently settling into your triangle. So taking your time to get there, maybe breaking down each posture or each step of the posture with a breath. Maybe you take your time to get there. And we begin to fully embrace the space made, the peace created. Find a bend in that left knee. Bring that right hand down, left hand frames that left foot. Revolve the back foot so you're on the ball of the foot. Let's step that left foot back to meet the right. Allow the knees to come down. The hips will settle back, child's pose. We take a breath in and a breath out. So at any point in time during our practice together, If it feels better to find the exhale with an open mouth as you let everything go, embrace that. Sometimes our body might be holding a little too much tension, and we need a way for the body to release this tension so it doesn't store, so it's let go and becomes one with the earth again. And that sometimes means just taking that exhale with an open mouth. We're here 3 more breaths. Beautiful job. Let's roll on forward into our tabletop. We settle in. Allow ourselves to find a cow, so shine that heart forward. Tailbone reaching up high. Tuck the toes under, and as you exhale, we roll on up into that cat, and then finally lift those hips up into our downward facing dog. Settle in here. Together, we take a breath in and a breath out. Bending the knees. Start making your way towards the top of the mat. Allow the torso to relax completely as you choose to let go. We take a breath in, come up halfway. Exhale, we relax on over. Inhale all the way up to standing, reach up high. Exhale those hands down to heart center. Inhale those arms up. Exhale, side bend to the left. Inhale, back up to center. Exhale, side bend to the right. Back to center. We take a breath in. Exhale, fold on over. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, plant the hands. Shifting the weight into that right leg. Take an inhale in. Exhale, step that left foot back. Inhale, strong with that right leg as we lift on up, crescent warrior. Exhale, settle in. And the variation on this side, whether you're tucking in and strengthening that core, swaying the back and opening the heart, or just finding somewhere in the middle. The side could look completely different, and that's okay. Embracing the small differences and the peace within the posture. Take a breath in and a breath out. We open up warrior 2, bend in that right knee, left foot seals on down, adjust that right foot as needed. Keep an easy gaze over those right fingers. Choosing to connect with the breath and to find the peace in the present moment. We flip that right palm to the sky. Exhale to our warrior. Feeling that breath in and that breath out. Our next breath, we find our side angle, right arm onto that right leg, left arm reaching up and over. Noticing the beauty and the patience it takes to find the breath, to find the present moment. Let's rise up, sky archer, straightening that right leg, right arm painting the sky. And as you find the next few breaths, making your way into your triangle. Maybe you really break down the breath and the posture. Or embrace the breath once you settle. Remembering to be patient and kind with ourselves and with our breath. We take that breath in and that breath out together. Left hand is coming down. Right hand is framing that right foot. Revolve that back foot, low runner's lunge. Stepping that right foot back to meet the left, high plank. Dropping the knees down. Allow the hips to go on back, child's pose. Taking this time to come back to the breath. To come back to your intention. Just a few more breaths here. Beautiful. Rolling back up into our tabletop. And we open up that heart into our cow, tailbone reaching up high. Take a peek over that left shoulder. Come back to center. Take a peek over that right shoulder. Back to center. Begin rolling yourself up into that cat. Toes are tucked under and begin to lift the hips up high, downward facing dog. Taking a breath in and a breath out. Beginning to experience the beauty of the breath, of patience, of kindness, and of grace. Bend the knees. Start making your way towards the top of the mat, back in that forward fold. Notice how it feels this third or fourth time around. As you become a little more comfortable, as you find a little more ease. Together we take a breath in and come up halfway. Exhale, fold on over. Inhale all the way up to standing, reach up high. Exhale, those hands down to heart center. We find the strength in the left leg now. Right foot becomes nice and light. Let's lift it up into a pillar pose. Nice and strong. So in these balancing postures, we really embrace this idea of patience, of kindness, and even the breath. Right hand is coming inside of that right leg. Left hand is coming to the left hip. Let's open up the leg out to the right. Keep that right foot flexed for me. And bring it back to center. Open it out one more time. And find your tree. Whether this right foot is down by the floor, up on the calf, or on the inner thigh. Choosing a location that feels right for you tonight. And focus on opening up the hips. Keeping ourselves grounded with that left leg, but also grounded with the breath. The arms might rise. Maybe they open out to the side as you open up the heart. Hands are coming back to the heart, center. Release that right foot wherever it's at. I want you to cross it on over that left foot or left leg. So the pinky toes might touch, or maybe there's a little space, and that's okay. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, bend to the right. Inhale back up. Exhale to the left. Inhale back up and allow the hands to come down. We're going to find the strength in that right leg. It's nice and strong, nice and sturdy. We begin hinging forward. That left foot is slowly peeking out, patiently bringing that right hand down to the earth. As we open up in our half moon, keep that left foot flexed for me. Maybe that left arm reaches up for the sky. Take a breath in and a breath out. Choosing to settle in the present moment. Exhaling that left hand on down. We shift the hips into a standing split. So bend that left knee. Allow that left knee to touch down behind that right leg just for a breath. And reach that left leg up high, standing split. Bringing that left foot next to that right foot. Back in our forward fold. We got here a little differently, but noticing the piece of the familiar, of the known. We heel toe the feet open. Toes are facing out, heels are facing in. Bend the knees and sit the bum down, yogi squat. Hands at heart center. Or maybe they stay down as you find a twist. But maybe you choose to settle within the stillness, closing the eyes and connecting with the breath. Take that breath in and that breath out. Kindly allowing the hands to come down. As we lift the hips up high, bring the toes back in. Heel toe back in that forward fold. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, fold over. Inhale, all the way up to standing, reach up high. Exhale, the hands down to heart center. We find the strength now in that right leg. Left leg becomes nice and light. Ground down with that right leg. Left leg is coming up, pillar pose. We patiently ground down with that right leg. The left hand coming inside of that left leg, right hand coming to the hip. Let's open out to the side. And it's funny in these balancing postures, and even with the body and the breath, right? Grounding down isn't always easy. Sometimes it's really challenging. Come back to center. So we choose to come back. We choose to breathe. Open up that left leg once more. We choose to find the present moment with patience and kindness. Settling into our tree, knowing this tree might look a little different, and that's okay. Staying grounded with that right leg, staying grounded with the breath. The hands will come to heart center as you open out to the side and open up that heart, or allow the branches to rise. For 3, for 2, bringing the hands to heart center, and we release that foot from the leg. Allow that left foot to cross in front of that right leg, pinky toes touch. Inhale the arms up. Exhale to the right. Inhale to center. Exhale to the left. Inhale to center. Bringing the hands to heart center as we shift the weight to that left leg. It's nice and strong. Bend that left knee, right foot starts coming undone. As the left hand patiently makes its way down to the earth, flexing that right foot, reaching that right arm up high. Take a breath in and a breath out. Good. Bring that right hand on down. We begin to shift the hips. Right knee is coming behind that left. As we fully shift, take a breath in and a breath out. Extend that right leg back up towards the sky, standing split. Find the strength in the breath. Inhale in, exhale out. We gently bring that right foot next to the left as it settles. Maybe you wiggle out a little bit. They both have been under a lot of tension. And begin to heel toe the feet open once more. Toes are facing out, heels are facing in. Bend the knees, allow that bum to fall. Yogi squat once more. We'll just be here for 2 breaths. Good. Making our way down onto our bum. See if you can do it without the hands. Both of the knees are coming forward. So it's almost like we're in our boat, but we're keeping the feet grounded down. Keep that belly lifted and engaged almost towards the tops of the thighs. Allow the arms to reach out to the side. If you want a little bit more, maybe that right leg reaches up and then drops down. The left leg might reach up and drop down. Maybe both reach up and drop down. Again, finding whatever variation. This grounded boat might be more than enough for today. Choosing your intensity and finding that intention that we set in the beginning of class. See if you can find the breath, no matter what chaotic moment you're in. Choose to come back to stillness. Choose to find the breath. We're here for 3. We're here for 2. We're here for 1. If the legs were up, go ahead and bring them down. The left leg will extend out as that right foot tucks on in, our little seated tree here. Turn that torso on over towards that right leg. Keep the left toes flexed. Inhale the arms up. And as you exhale, hinge from those hips as you fold over. Okay, let's take a breath in and a breath out. Breath in, lift back up. Breath out, we switch sides. Allowing yourself to settle here with those right flexed toes. Turning that torso on over towards that right leg. Keep the spine long. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, hinge from those hips. Together we take that breath in and that breath out. Take that breath in and lift yourself back up. We extend both of the legs now, nice and long. Maybe you kind of adjust yourself to the more center part of the mat. Wiggle out those legs for me. Just really shake them out like they're Jell-O. And then settle everything in, slow down. Spine is long. We're gonna allow ourselves to stay a little more grounded tonight as we make our way down onto our back. So I want you to use the hands as you gently begin to tilt on back. The forearms will touch first. Keep the heels grounded down too. And then extend the hands to allow the back and the shoulders to settle in. Just taking a pause here. Take a breath in and a breath out. Bending the knees, allow the knees to come in towards the chest, nice big hug. Cross over that right leg over that left for a little eagle leg action. And then let the knees fall to the left. Ooh, snap, crackle, pop there. Keeping that right shoulder grounded down. Embracing the space made as you connect fully and completely with this calm and patient breath. Together, we'll take a breath in and a breath out. The next breath in, we bring the knees back up to center. We allow that right hand to grab the outer part of that right foot. Open up that right leg. Bend that left knee. Grab that outer part of that left foot with the left hand, or again, maybe the ankles. Open up into your happy baby. Noticing how this happy baby now feels as we've tenderly allowed space, as we patiently have focused on the breath. Good, let's release the feet or the ankles. Bring both of the knees into the chest, nice big hug. Give some space so you can cross that left leg on top of the right, eagle legs. And the knees will fall on over towards the right. Right hand gently resting upon the legs, if that feels right. Left shoulders easing down towards the mat. Let's kindly begin to lift up the legs. Keep the crossing action. Left hand is grabbing the outer part of that left foot. Open up that leg. Bend that right knee. Grab the outer part of the foot or the ankle with the right hand. Open up, happy baby. Taking this time to maybe express a little playfulness, a little lightness. Rolling side to side, extending one leg, extending the other. Seeing what shapes happen. As you connect with the breath. Just a few more breaths here, exploring or staying in the stillness. And gently releasing the feet or the ankles as you find that stillness. Allow the knees to come into the chest for another big hug. And then taking the next few moments to find any final poses, any final postures that feel right for the body. Fully and completely connecting with the breath. As it guides you to eventually settle in. If you're wanting a little longer of a Shavasana, feel free to make your way there. Otherwise, we'll still take a few more minutes, just getting out those final kinks, those final postures, letting go of those remaining tight spaces. And when you're ready, slowing everything down, And making your way to that final resting pose, that Shavasana. Choosing to take up space on your mat. Let it be a little wild, a little untamed. Feeling the heaviness in the back of the head as it connects to the mat, to the earth. Allowing the shoulders to feel grounded and spacious. The hips to feel soft and heavy. And the connection of the ankles or the feet or the legs as they feel easy and steady. Be here for a few minutes. Staying connected with the breath. As we allow the chest to rise and fall, the belly to rise and fall, letting go of that extra effort. As we find the peace and settling. Fear can keep us tethered. Terror can clip our wings. But trust eases pain. Hope can lighten the sky. Love makes us courageous. And what matters most is not whether we hide or fly, or even where our journey takes us, but what guides us home and where we come to land. Call the midwife. Together we take a breath in and a breath out. Let's first allow our hands to come to the heart, one right on top of the other. As we take these extra few moments to ground ourselves, to feel at peace. Remembering that this peace is within, and that all we need to do is come back to the breath. Let's extend out long with the next breath. And that exhale brings the knees into the chest. Rolling a little side to side until eventually we settle on our right or left side. Taking a pause here. To notice the beauty of the breath. The patience of the inhales and the kindness of the exhales. As we choose to start over with each breath. Making our way up to a comfortable seated position, keeping the eyes closed or soft. Together, we take that breath in and that breath out. The hands will come to heart as we seal our practice for tonight. Thank you for taking time for you and for showing up today. May you be safe. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you know freedom and walk through the world with ease. Namaste.